is the Chrissie Swan Show.
I've done you a solid, Jack.
Oh, what is that?
It is the day before payday.
It is.
Because we get paid on the 15th of the month. And I know that times are tough for everybody, but particularly you.
The cost of living crisis has hit.
It has hit. Even you.
Yes.
As a bon vivant, I have made your dinner for tonight.
Yum.
I made it last night at my place. It is my world famous, by world I mean in my house, vodka chili pappardella.
I've never tried your vodka pasta.
It's so delicious. But let me tell you that it comes with its own risks because it involves vodka.
Yes.
So in order to make it, I have to be very careful purchasing said vodka because it has been now over 1,000 days since I
Oh my God, of course.
have had alcohol. So every time I stock up the cupboard in order to make the vodka chili pasta, I am full of panic of being photographed leaving the bottle shop with a bottle of Stolichnaya.
Chrissie Swan's back on the booze.
I am most certainly not back on the booze, but I am back on this pasta sauce, and it is so delicious and worth the public ridicule that I may or may not receive.
Thank you.
And I've put it in a lunchbox. You can throw that out or use it for something else. My kids hate this lunchbox, and that's why I've given it to you. There is no obligation to return.
Right,
Don't you hate that when you make something for someone and
the pressure.
Oh, the pressure. There's no pressure.
Well, I don't think I've returned your lasagna container that you gave me my last dinner in.
Well, there you go.
Who am I? A queen in the kitchen? Could be. Now find your queen vanilla in the baking aisle to discover how a little queen does wonders in your bakes.
What's my name?
Who is it? Chrissie Swan's Who Am I?
Lauren, it's 6 weeks till Christmas. Are you a Christmas naysayer or is this your time to shine?
Oh, I'm a bit of both. I do like Christmas, Chrissie, but I've still got a birthday to get through for my daughter, so getting there. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, I've still got one to get through too. My son's turning 15. How old's your daughter turning?
17.
Isn't it a magical time, Lauren?
No, well, yes.
Does she hate you, Lauren?
Yeah, sort of, no. She's all right.
The reason I'm all about Christmas is I had to go through all my camera roll today and find out stuff I do for Christmas.
Yeah.
And I was reminded, because Christmas is a long time ago, it's a whole year, a lot has happened, but I make pavlovas every single year and I'd forgotten. And I make a wicked vanilla pavlova and I'm so excited to be doing that again in 6 weeks.
How many pavs do you make?
I make about 4.
That's a lot of pav.
It is, well, how good is a pav?
Yeah, true.
I could eat one all to myself. And, of course, I use the vanilla squirt from Queen in it. All right, let's get you some cash, shall we? This is how it works. I've got 5 clues here. $500 cash. We're going to whip out $100 away from you every time you get one wrong. Are you ready?
I'll try.
Clue number 1, and this could be anyone if you believe the press. I have dated Taylor Swift.
Ooh, what about Harry Styles?
It is not Harry Styles.
Love the guess, though. Clue 2 for $400 cash.
I have a name that is common with males and females.
Oh, what about the Taylor?
Yes,
The other Taylor.
Taylor who, Lauren, for $400?
Taylor. Oh, my God, and his wife's got the same name.
Yes.
And he was on Twilight.
Oh, my God.
Come on. Come on, she's got it.
Say Lautner. Taylor Lautner.
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 Yes! Lautner, it is Taylor Lautner. There was no way that we could have lived with ourselves if we didn't give you a little juggle along there.
So much.
$400 cash.
Oh, that's fabulous. That'll be a great birthday present for a 17-year-old.
Oh, keep it for yourself.
I know. She hates you,
Yeah.
Lauren. Don't spend it on her. She
No,
hates
she
you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Chrissie time at Priceline Pharmacy, and you're sure to find a little something for everyone, from fragrances and gifts to a new party look. Give great gifts, feel fab, and love paying less. That's the Chrissie spirit.
Head in store or online at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I've got to ask you a question, a pop quiz, if I may. Should a pig be fat? Y/N.
Well, I want to say yes. I feel like the fair answer is yes. But I guess how fat?
I feel like the whole point of being a pig is that you can be a big, juicy, lazy thing, and that is allowed.
Yeah.
It's like the only person thing that isn't judged.
True.
But that all ends today, I'm afraid, because pork chop has been fat-shamed in the worst way possible. Have a listen to what's happened over in America.
It's been heartbreaking for Kelly Jacobson. Her pork chop, estimated at 400 pounds, was led away, not easily, by Animal Care and Control Thursday night during an eviction in Northwood Village.
An eviction. So Kelly has had pork chop since he was a piglet.
Wow.
That sound. Have you ever seen a pig in real life? They are huge.
Yeah, I have. And also aggressive in the face. Like, I think I've seen one once or twice. I'm like, you're an ugly looking thing, aren't you?
See, I feel like they've got like human eyes. If you ever see a pig's face and really look into their eyes, it's like looking into like a Scottish person's eyes, like a very pale,
Scottish person.
you know, like a very pale Caucasian face.
Yeah.
It's a very odd sensation. But pork chop was evicted. Someone came and took him away. Now it says here 400 pounds. So that's 180 kilos in our measurements. I've done a little Google search. A normal pig weighs between 50 kilos and 350 kilos. So pork chop is well and truly the median weight for pigs.
But you've just shown me a photo of pork chop. Pork chop's overweight.
Pork chop's a bigger guy. There's
Pork
no
chop's
doubt about
a big unit. Like,
yes.
What is Kelly feeding pork chop?
Listen, don't bring Kelly into this.
I'm sorry.
She is absolutely devastated.
I don't know what else to say right now. They took pork chop away from me.
Oh, Kelly.
They took pork chop away from her. I also have a question to ask about the name, because that seems very foreboding and malicious to call a pig after what's going to happen to it after it dies.
Maybe Kelly was planning to eat it.
It's like calling a cow bœuf bourguignon. It's not right.
I loved that.
The whole situation is wrong, and thoughts and prayers to pork chop for a swift return back to the loving arms of his mother, for want of a better title, Kelly Jacobson. But talking of pigs and pork, it reminds me.
Chrissie's massive tips.
I've been thinking of Christmas all day, and I've got a massive tip for you, because the best thing on any Christmas Day spread is pork crackle. Specifically
yes,
the pork
the
crackle.
crackle.
And if you're anything like me and my family, the amount of pork crackle that you get on the cut of pork that you're cooking is never enough.
No.
It's never enough. It's enough meat, but it's never enough crackling.
I hear ya.
Did you know? Here is my massive tip for Christmas. Take this and put it in your pocket, in your bum bag, if you will. The butcher will sell you extra crackle.
Really?
Yes, so you can get your piece of pork, and then you can get 2 sheets, 3 sheets, 4 sheets of crackling, and then you cook them separately. Bingo, Dolly Gray.
How much does Butcher Gary sell this extra crackling for?
Sometimes it's free.
No way.
Yes.
I love this.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Clickbait.
Tell you a couple I love, Chrissy Teigen and John Legend.
I love Chrissie Teigen and Swanee. There are a lot of people that have been like advocating, I guess, for her to become a Real Housewife of Beverly Hills.
Oh, that would be iconic.
I need to speak to Joel Creasy about this, actually. But she's such a great character online. Like, we need more of her.
I follow her on Instagram and I just love her. She has laughed off a wardrobe malfunction that occurred at the star-studded Baby to Baby Gala, which occurred this week in America, and Kim Kardashian was there, as well as Leonardo DiCaprio's party and another event within a few days. I'm just exhausted thinking about it. So what's happened is Chrissy's dress has a zip from sort of the bra line down to the bum.
Oh, wow.
And the whole thing burst open.
Full plumber's crack.
Full fully, it's like a backless dress, but it wasn't designed that way. And she's just posted a full picture of it with, oh, lol, on it. I just want to have a moment's silence for Chrissie Teigen for even being able to get out of the house. She has 4 kids under 7. Luna is 7 years old. Miles is 5 years old. And the most interesting situation occurred with her last 2. She gave birth to one, Esty, who's now 5 months old. At the same time, because she thought she would never get pregnant again after she suffered that awful miscarriage. Right. So she did get pregnant and had her baby Esty, but previously she'd organised a surrogate who was also pregnant at the same time she was pregnant with Esty. So now she's got a brand new baby that's only 5 months younger than her third baby.
That's pretty cool. Like,
and
that
they're
would be cool.
biological siblings, 5 months apart.
They'll be best mates.
That would almost never happen in the world, would it?
No, unless you're in that exact scenario.
Yeah. I tell you what, this is something that happened in the world that absolutely blew me away. Jamie Oliver is in the country at the moment, gorgeous celebrity chef that everybody loves. He's celebrating his role with Royal Caribbean Cruises, which I'm hoping wasn't the one that had COVID and gastro outbreak. Anyway, he's out here spruiking them, so he's doing the rounds. He was on the Today Show with the gorgeous Sarah Arbo, and she introduced him to the iconic biscuit, the Tim Tam.
Wait, what?
And he said that he had never tried it before and he ate it live on television. Now, Jamie Oliver's one of those international celebrities that feels like an honorary Australian.
It feels like he's always here too. And surely, given the fact he works in the food industry and he's been on MasterChef and stuff, surely someone's brought him one.
I cannot believe he had no idea what a Tim Tam was, an Australian icon. But this also happened this week. He was on The Project and Jessica Malboy serenaded him. Listen back to him serenading her, and I think the Tim Tam's not the only Australian icon he doesn't know.
Say Jamie Oliver's name the way you said Jamie Oliver's name.
Jamie Oliver!
Jessica!
He didn't know her surname. Was
The Chrissie Swan Show.
One of my favourite human beings in the entire world has graced us with their presence. Hello, Dave Thornton.
Oh, that is a lovely introduction, Chrissie.
It's a very exciting day for you. Your YouTube special goes live today.
Today. It went up at 11 a.m. So people, they could have watched it for lunch. It was up to them. They can watch it for dinner tonight. They can watch it for the rest of time. Okay, Jack?
Every day. Now, it was filmed at the Corner Hotel in Richmond in Melbourne. That's obviously not the first time you've gigged there.
No.
You're an international comedian and have travelled overseas. Tell us about what happened in Aspen.
Mate, this happened a few years ago because I got young kids and my youngest was only about 10 weeks old.
Oh.
And the chain of command was I had a friend who was a ski bum over in Aspen, and that's notoriously where all the billionaires are in America. They just go over there and just billion the hell out of their life.
Yeah.
And one of them said they want an Australian comedian because I think it was like when Jim Jeffries was popped off.
Yeah, sure.
And I was like, I don't think I'm coming over. I just had a kid. And then they were like, this much? And I went, I'll see you there.
Yeah.
So I turn up there. I get there. It's a 70th birthday.
Oh.
Yeah. And her partner's 92.
I love it.
How many people were there?
Look, the collective age was about 1,040. It was hilarious. And then I get there and I'm like, what am I doing? As I'm doing my set, I was asked to do 20 minutes in just this Italian restaurant that was really high end, but I was in the corner with a microphone.
God, you lead a very weird life, stand-up comedians, don't they, Jack?
It's insane.
It's insane.
I know, it's crazy because these are really rich people, but I'm standing on the side like I'm selling Supre clothes. Like, just come in, guys, buy this. So I'm going in, and you're right. I realised straight away, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? Self-checkout. And people are like, I just bought Angola. Like, what are you...
yeah, that's right.
What are we going to talk about? And so, but through the set, I'm looking at everyone, and some of them, it's met okay. Other people are not digging it. Like this one woman had a disgusted look on her face. And I just couldn't help it. I keep going back to her as I'm hitting punchlines. Like, no one got you? And she's even more disgusted, just shocked looking at me.
Was she dead?
Yeah, it's just a cadaver. Yeah. That was the last thing she saw, me dying at an Italian restaurant. But I finished the 20 minutes. It was okay. I was passed with a push. And the birthday girl, she was really nice. She's like, come sit next to me. That was great. We loved it. And I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. But then this woman walked over, still with a disgusted look on her face. And I'm like, oh, she's going to ruin it. She's going to go up to the birthday girl, go, I hated that. It was insulting. Why did you do this? Send him off. Probably won't get paid.
Yeah.
Then this woman just looks at me and she just goes, I really enjoyed that. And I was like, oh, because of plastic surgery, that's your fault. Oh.
No.
Makes complete sense.
That is so good.
You just look disgusted with the world. I get it.
Well, I suppose it's better than being dead, which is where I had it. Get onto YouTube. Will you stick around and play a little game with us? We love you.
I'm very busy, but yeah.
Chrissy's Quickie.
Alrighty, Dave, this is where I pit you against Swanee in Chrissy's Quickie.
Oh, yeah.
Not as naughty as it sounds.
It's a suggestive name.
It does feel like a HR problem, but I'm following your lead.
You know, just keep in mind that I'm not up for a quickie or a longie.
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Just a cuddle?
Nah.
No, not even that.
No. I'll cuddle you.
A casual spoon?
Oh, look, the death stare you just caught.
Wait, from where we started, Jack, and where I ended, we started out with innuendo, and I just said spoon, and you went, you disgust me. Get out of my studio.
It's the woman from Aspen.
How very dare you.
Okay, so I will reveal a category. You'll then have 5 seconds to name 3 things in said category, and we're going to play 3 rounds. Now, the 5 seconds goes fast.
Okay.
So
I'll go first.
I'm going to kick off with Chrissy.
Thorno looks very confused. Watch and learn, Thorno.
Alrighty, Swanee. Name 3 things that you can fit in your bum bag.
Oh, a lipstick, a phone, keys, pen.
You did it.
I did 4. I gave a supplementary number.
Geez, that's pretty good, because I live in Brunswick, just in the north of Melbourne, and if you see a guy with a bum bag on, I don't think it's storing those things, to be honest.
You're dead right, Thorno. All right, Thorno, name 3 actors that have played James Bond.
Oh, God, Sean Connery, Roger Moore.
And the recent one?
And Daniel Craig.
Correct. Well done.
I'll give it to you.
Did I get in?
Yeah, you got
I'll
in.
give it to you. All right, round 1.
You helped me along a bit there. I'm on my training wheels.
1 apiece there. Round 2, Chrissy, name 3 power tools.
A drill, a shifter. I don't know.
No.
No. What are some? I can't even think of
A
them.
saw.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I've got.
It's the most masculine you've ever been. A saw.
3 people in a room who've never stepped foot in bangs. Yeah, sick.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Thorno, round 2. Name 3 things you'd put in your partner's hospital bag if they were giving birth.
Oh, good on you.
A pillow, her dressing gown, and slippers.
I'm going to pay that.
Well,
you just got in.
That's just for any hospital visit.
No, but she still needs that if she's giving birth.
What about giant maternity pads to sop up all the leakages?
Oh, my God.
What about breast pads? What about a breast pump?
Just a torch, in case anyone...
Alrighty. 2 points to Thorno, 1 point to Swan. Thorno is currently leading. Round 3. Chrissy, name 3 of Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriends.
Harry Styles, that Alwyn loser. And wait,
No.
I can't think of another one. Oh, that revolting one in the band, 1975.
Oh, Maddie Healy.
I try and block them out because all I care about is Travis. It's all about Travis.
Don't get her started, Thorno, because she won't stop on Swift.
Mate, did you see the blank expression through that whole game? She has written like 135 songs about them all.
But also a blank expression on my face because no one matters before Travis.
You know what? Any of those guys could be called power tools. Am I right?
True. Yeah, come on, guys. Thorno's won. Check out his YouTube special, Don't Ask, streaming online today.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
It's time to check out To-Do List Tuesdays.
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to go first on my to-do list today. I've got to buy some double-strength vinegar. Did you know that I use that instead of the very expensive Rinse-Aid in the dishwasher?
Really?
Yes.
Wait, so it's just legit vinegar?
It's just vinegar. Like home brand vinegar. You use that in your dishwasher Rinse-Aid. Because have you noticed how expensive Rinse-Aid is?
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Don't use it anymore. Vinegar.
That's a lie. I haven't noticed. To be
Of course
honest.
you haven't. I've also got on my list Drop Past Priceline. That sounds like a plug, but I've run out of magnesium tablets and curcumin tablets because I'm very old now.
Yes.
And then next on my to-do list was a list that my son gave me this morning, and he is the softest, loveliest child. Mechanical pencils, 10 he wants from office work.
So specific.
Glue stick, in brackets 2. Rubbers, in brackets 2. And then on the end of the list, hug, in brackets 1.
Oh, bless.
Isn't he just the most little honey pot you've ever met?
That's so nice.
I love him. What's on yours?
First one is whiten teeth, because I had a wedding on the weekend.
Yes.
The next one is tell Bish about twin flames, which I have done.
Yes, the Netflix doco.
Yeah, I'm obsessed and I know you will love it.
Okay.
Anyone out there listening that is into docos, you'll just love it. And then my last one is cancel Insta layout app before I start getting charged, because I downloaded this app which lets me put photos in to tell me what my Instagram grid would look like.
Yeah, it's the best.
$59 a year. I don't want to pay it, so I'm going to cancel it.
Oh, no.
Before
that
the free
is
trial.
out of your price range. But $200 on getting a T-shirt dry clean. No worries.
Next in Chrissie's Quickie, we have tickets to see the wonderful Tate McRae in the bum bag. You can catch her live in concert for her Think Later World Tour across Australia in November next year. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com.au.
The Chrissy Swan Show. Chrissy's Quizzy.
Oh, yes. Claire from the Sunshine Coast, you are our first player.
Hi.
Now, the Sunshine Coast is a very broad coast. Which exact place are you from?
Caloundra.
Oh, I love Caloundra, the best Chinese restaurant I've ever had the pleasure to eat at. Is there?
Yeah, there's a few. There's definitely the Chinese town.
Yes, it is great. All right, Claire, let's meet your opponent, Fiona. Hello, Fiona.
Hi, guys. How are you?
You are from Frankston. I've got to ask you, have you seen
no.
Tones and I wandering around?
Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me.
I have not, but I'm pretty sure she's sort of down the peninsula further.
Yes, in the fancier area probably is what you're trying to get to there, Fee. All right, we've got a very exciting inclusion in today's bum bag.
Yes, inside the bum bag are tickets to see Tate McRae. She's here next November, as in November 2024, for her Think Later World Tour. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com.au. And Fiona, your daughter's a big fan.
Yeah.
Now, Swanee, did you know how Tate McRae first came to notoriety?
No, I do not.
She was a contestant on So You Think You Can Dance over in Canada.
Was she?
Yeah, but turns out Gal can sing too.
Oh, God, Gal can really sing. All right, let's go. Your names are your buzzers. Best of 5. First person to get 3 answers correct wins the game. Question number 1. Jim's Group, as in Jim's Mowing, is renowned for having a long list of franchises, and they've just announced a brand new one. What is it?
Claire.
Yes, Claire.
Beauty.
It is Beauty. I'm hoping that the mowing franchise comes around and does my bikini line, if you know what I'm saying.
Get the whippersnapper out!
Question number 2. Crete is the largest island in which country?
Fiona.
Greece.
It is Greece. Question number 3. 6 years ago, Taylor Swift released this song. She just said it. What is it called, girls?
Fiona.
Endgame.
Yes, it is Endgame. Question number 4. How many sides are there on a Rubik's Cube?
Fiona.
Yes, Fiona. Yes! For the win, it's 6 sides and 54 squares. Well done, Fee. You have a bum bag and your daughter is going to see Tate McRae.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Have you been, or do you know someone who's had a very short marriage? As someone who's never been married before, whenever I hear that people's marriages lasted a year or 2 years or 6 months, or in the case of this next story, 7 months, I'm always like, how does that happen? It seems like such a big deal to marry somebody, to change your mind so quickly.
Yeah.
You know, we are talking about Chris Appleton and Lucas Gage. If you're not familiar with them, I'm going to give you a little crash course. Chris Appleton is the very important man that does Kim Kardashian's hair and is star of the Kardashians as well. He married his husband in April, Lucas Gage, who is an actor who you may have seen in Euphoria and
The White Lotus.
The White Lotus, okay? That's them. They got married in April in Vegas. We only saw the wedding ceremony, which was officiated by Kim Kardashian and featured a very special guest performance by Shania Twain, which is heaven. Let's go, girls. And by let's go, girls, I mean let's go straight to the divorce court because the episode went to air on Thursday where they got married and it was all very beautiful. On Friday, one of the men, I don't know whether it was Chris Appleton or Lucas Gage, you will know, Jack.
I do know. So apparently, Swanee, the reports are that Chris filed for divorce.
Chris, the older of the two, filed for divorce.
But then according to Dermois, it was Chris that leaked to TMZ that it was he that wanted the divorce. But in fact, it was Lucas who ended the relationship because apparently Chris was too controlling due to the age gap. So there's the full deep dive for you.
They're just trying to one-up each other. The fact is, they were married for 7 months. And in the words of the officiator of their whole ceremony, we hope that they had a prenup.
Wait, you have to get a prenup. Can I mention that in front of them?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Like, I don't care what you have, who you are, what you do.
No, we don't.
We want prenup. We want prenup.
She's quoting Kanye.
She is. And it's like she knew Swanee because even when in that scene before they got married and they were FaceTiming Kim, she was kind of like apprehensive about like officiating the wedding. She's like, are you sure you want me, who's been divorced 3 times, to officiate your wedding? And Chris Appleton's like, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be great. She knew.
I just wonder, did they know? Whenever these marriages don't last very long, I feel like in their deepest, darkest thoughts, did they know all along that it wasn't going to last very well?
The Chrissie Swan Show.
We're talking short weddings. Chris Appleton, Kim Kardashian's hairstylist, official, has just divorced his husband of 7 months. That's got to be a record, hasn't it?
It has.
And we're asking you, 13 24 10, have you been through a very short marriage? Cameron, you have.
Not me, Chrissie. It's my brother. He was married for 6 months at best, if I'm honest with you.
And what happened? Like, were you surprised when it ended?
Look, it sort of caught us all by surprise. Everything seemed fine, and then one day he's just like, no, it's over now. And yeah, I don't know how that sort of comes about, but yeah, 6 months, really.
Had they been together a long time before they got married?
I think that might have been the catalyst. So they were together a year before they sort of got married.
So you reckon not enough time?
No, nowhere near enough.
And was there sorry, Cameron, I'm just so fascinated by this. Was there infidelity or anything, or they just got sick of each other?
Look, if you're going to delve deep into it, I think there may have been, not infidelity, but already had kids, and he committed to the relationship with these kids and sort of took on this responsibility. And I think the kids didn't like him too much.
Oh, no.
They were sort of mad for him, yeah.
Oh, my God, it wasn't like it was on the Brady Bunch for your brother Cameron.
Speaking of, like, quick marriages, I've just remembered, Kim Kardashian, of course, was 72 days.
That's right, of course.
Like, and she sort of admitted after that she should never have gone through with the wedding, but she felt bad because of the TV show. Like, she felt like she was having to do it.
She felt bad because of the TV show.
But I get you spent millions on that sort of stuff. You just got to go for it.
Do you though?
Yeah. If you put yourself in her shoes, I get it.
I feel like it's because no one's asked me to marry them and I've never been married. But I just feel like it's such a massive commitment.
I know.
I just wouldn't do it unless I was sure.
I've got friends that have been in pretty quick marriages.
How quick?
I think one was probably 9 months.
That's quick.
I think she admits that she knew before that she shouldn't have gone through with it, but it was all done.
Most people do say that they knew on the day.
Yeah. And then another friend, it was infidelity after a few months. It's just grim.
All right, we've got Anonymous. This is juicy. Hello, Anonymous.
Hello.
How long were you married for?
9 weeks.
9 weeks.
Yeah.
And how long ago was this?
20 years ago.
Okay, so it's not so fresh that we can ask as many questions as we like.
Oh, you can ask a few.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a trauma massage. I've got a good number. So, Anonymous, what happened?
I walked in to marry my boyfriend, who was my best friend, and left with a stranger.
So what happened to him in the 9 weeks between saying I do and you saying I don't?
I've never been able to answer that. I've even asked him myself because we were together for a while before. And his response is, I don't know.
Did he?
I don't think it was for me. I don't know.
I don't think it
Wow.
was for me.
Did he cheat or do anything like quite outrageous, or was it generally just a personality
Everything.
change? Oh.
Everything you could imagine, crappy. Yeah, he did it all. He did it all.
Wow. So if you had your time again, like, could you see the red flags?
Yep.
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 I know, but we don't see them until after.
Such a shame.
I know.
Find a little something for everyone this Chrissy at Priceline Pharmacy. Gift well, feel fab, and love paying less all Christmas long. That's the Chrissy spirit.
We're giving you Chrissy's favorite things.
It's Chrissy's favourite things.
Oh, yes, Carla, you are on the nice list for sure. I've been shopping for you, and I've got you a her hamper from Priceline for Christmas.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
That's all
I
right.
can't believe I'm through.
You are through, and you've scored the prize. We've got a body care collection in here, an EcoTools Core 5 set. That is unbelievable. And a bit of Dr. Lewin's in there, perfume.
Oh, that won't go
Marc
straight.
Jacobs.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. It's fancy as hell. If you want to be like Carla and have me do your personal shopping for Christmas, head to the Nova Player app and register.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Billie Eilish is one of the most interesting people, I think, that has come out of this century. There, I said it.
I love Billy.
I think she's so wonderful, and I think she says such interesting, diversive things. You know, she's unexpected.
She is.
Which I really love about her.
A really deep thinker.
Yeah, she's sat down with Variety magazine, and she is actually the cover of the Power of Women issue. She's all about that. Here are some bits and bobs that she says in the interview.
Give it to me.
Nobody ever says a thing about men's bodies. If you're muscular, cool. If you're not, cool. Because I think this comes up because people are always commenting on her body, the size of it, the shape of it, how big it is, how small it is, much like every woman that's ever drawn a breath in the world. If you're rail thin, she says it's cool if you're a man. If you've got a dad bod, cool. If you're pudgy, love it. Everyone's happy with it. You know why? Because girls are nice. They don't give a beep because we see people for who they are. I like that.
I do like that. But I'd like to introduce Billy to some girls I know.
Yes, I know. There's always exceptions to the rule, isn't there? She loved the human reaction she got from What Was I Made For? She says, I wasn't expecting to have women around the world feel so connected. And this one I loved. So there is a rapper, correct me if I get all this wrong, called Lil Yachty.
Yeah.
Who sang about Billie Eilish on a track with Drake.
Yeah, on Drake's new album. It's a great song.
The line is she had big
tits.
I don't like that word. It's a bit rough. She had big tots like Billie Eilish, but she couldn't sing. About that, Billy says, I think it's fun. I'm flattered. Yachty is my friend. Drake is my friend. It's a joke. I do have big tots. I love it.
Good on her.
Yeah, she's very, very interesting. And she is about to release her third album, which I'm really excited about. And I know that you are too, Jack.
Absolutely.
She says about that, it does feel different than the other stuff, but not in a weird, foreign way. It just feels new. I love this line. It feels like change, and change is one of my favourite things in life.
Cannot wait.
Preach, Billy. Let's move on to Inside Out. Inside Out is one of the greatest kids' movies of all time. I love it. I've watched it 100 billion times. I'm still not over Bing Bong. And
sounds like you're talking about Denise Drysdale.
No, that's Ding Dong. Bing Bong with a B. If you know, you know. There is a sequel coming, and I was talking about it this morning when I was making my 12-year-old his breakfast. And he told me, did you know that there's a sequel? Inside Out 2's coming, and there's 2 new characters that join joy, sadness, anger, disgust, and fear, and they are anxiety and shame. Have a listen.
Orange? Who made the console orange?
Do I look orange? I didn't touch it.
Orange is not my color.
Not me.
Hello? Ah! Oh my gosh, I'm anxiety. Where can I put my stuff?
A new emotion. Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. We wanted to make such a good first impression.
What do you mean we?
And the magic of this film is that straight after we were talking about that, he was asking me, what is shame anyway? And I said, yeah, our family don't really suffer from that. We're more of an anxiety kind of family. He's like, yeah. So we were talking about shame and anxiety while I was making him his fried eggs on sourdough.
He should come and hang out with me on a Sunday morning and he can meet anxiety and shame.
We are back tomorrow. We love you deeply.
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.